2009 Infiniti FX50 Sport and technology package and all that. This is one of my last, it is my last start, because in a few minutes the new owner will be handling it. So how do I feel about selling the car? A little sad. Have you guys ever noticed that cars feel like they drive the best and just handle so well right at the time you're about to get rid of them? Yeah, that's kind of in the world. That's how this FX feels today. Feels like it's in good form. It's not like it's really given me many problems. I had long-term, well, no, I don't know how long-term my plans were with the car, but I knew that I was trying it out to see if I liked the FX platform, and kind of like it. I kind of like it. The Infiniti FX, it's amazing. It's a car. It's a vehicle that shouldn't really exist, if you know what I'm talking about. It's got some utility, being an SUV. Looks like a crossover in today's, what we now call crossovers. Handles like a sports car. It's not soulless like a lot of crossovers are. Yeah, consumes fuel like a sports car too. Listen to that engine. Obviously I've done a muffler delete on this one, but still, it's an exciting vehicle to drive on a day-to-day basis. And I'm not an SUV guy. I'm a sedan guy, if anything, but more so I feel like I'm a wagon person. So I like the utility, and I said, well, let's give the FX a try. I really did not like the previous generation. They just didn't do it for me, But the FX50, the body, the everything, I said, this might be the ticket. So I said, if I'm just trying to dabble in it, to know, I'm not the kind of person that likes something just because of what it is on paper, right? Awesome engine, nice power. And just being a Nissan guy, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I gotta have it just to have it. I'm one who says I'm gonna try it. And a test drive sometimes is not enough to let you know what you feel about it. The engine, as much as it's got, the racing heritage and things like that, it's very V6-like. And that's both a compliment and a knock on it, because it's V6-like in how easily it revs. It's crazy, a 5.0 V8. It just feels, it reminds me of the VQ37 a lot, in how easily it revs. Now, that's not a bad thing, right? A V8 that can rev and scream, that's all good. We'll take that. It's also, with regards to Nissan performance V8s, compare the M45 engine, the VK45DE, the M56 engine, VK56VD, versus this VK50 VE. It's really pretty good. You don't really hear too many cases, not as prevalent as we did with the M45 with regards to engine failure. This is the kind of engine I usually say, if something goes wrong with it, someone did something wrong. Someone, a driver, mechanic, whatever it is, someone did something wrong with it. The M45 engine was a kind of engine you could do everything right, and then out of the blue, it just starts knocking. The M56 is, I'd say, more like the modern Nissan Infiniti engines, in that it's pretty reliable. It's just a really high maintenance engine. It needs lots of attention. It consumes oil. This guy doesn't. The FX50 does not consume oil. It's just, I feel like they might have that coolant issue, which kind of got me, and maybe that coolant issue soured me on the experience of the FX a little bit. But I'll tell you, even before the coolant issue reared its ugly head, I had stopped driving the FX because it just wasn't all that exciting. I was using it more for when I had those business runs, you know. It was my work truck, or my work van, so to say. So it's interesting. It sounds crazy. I know the FX50 is a dream vehicle for a lot of people. I've had my fun with it. Would I ever get another one? Maybe, but it's going to have to be like a really, really good deal. Two things working against this particular one. Black cars are not my favorite thing. So I'm not in love with it. So there's that. And number two, it's not even the mileage thing. I got everything I wanted except for the color. You know, I got sport, I got tech, and I wanted to test those out, see how they would work out. And you know, I think the technology is fine. I don't doubt the technology at all. It's just that I don't love the platform, you know. So that's a difference in this case. So back to it. Would I ever get another FX50? Maybe, but it has to be the color I want. It has to have all the features I want. It has to be, and by the color I want, I'm not too picky. Just don't want it to be black. Grays, silvers, yeah. The copper Mojave color, no, I don't want that one. Not really. Interior brown would be great. Brown, you know, the whatever brown color. So, and there he is. So I'm just gonna park somewhere here, I guess, because I know we'll be loading it up in a bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna have the gentleman come here, check it out. He sent me a message, you know, hey, an email like, hey, I know a few months ago you were trying to sell your FX50. Is it still for sale? Said, hey, you know, I haven't advertised it, but there was that coolant issue that I think is more serious. He said, well, thanks for your honesty. I'm still interested. You know, I work on cars. I was like, okay, cool. In that case, we'll do it. So this is where we are right now. Anyway, let me go talk to him. I'm sure he sees me with the camera, but he should be used to this. All right. Well, see you guys soon, man. Here we go, fellas. It's the last ride. He just bought it, so I'm setting myself up to go up the ramps. I'm very thankful for all-round view cameras. Yep, looks like we're centered. It's telling me to go to the right a little bit. I'm looking at him still. It's telling me to come to the left a little. Says just keep going forward, and we're on. Awesome. There you go. So spotter, 360-degree view cameras, did it. So here's the odd thing about this FX50, you know, like I said, the coolant issue was temperamental issue. Sometimes there, sometimes not. This car has been idling for such a long time, no concerns at all, you know. Most of the time it's fine. It's just like I explained to him, I don't want to set anybody up, you know, sitting here thinking everything is all good. Do you mind letting the side step down, or will the door clear? Nice. I know some cars can clear it, but I didn't know. It's never been towed in my ownership, so I didn't know. Oh, yeah, I would have cleared. And that's it, guys. The Infiniti FX50 has been sold.